Okay. Wait, hold on. Before first. You can check me out here.
Oh,
I watch the police, just like you said, I keep them accountable.
Yeah, there
but
you
the
go.
system's corrupt, I know because I've been
So
there
far,
too.
that's what I'm like.
But I appreciate the info and all that.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and action.
Hi, can I say it in Spanish?
Whatever you want.
Okay. Hola, estoy aquí en la corte de Victorville y la razón que traté de involucrarme y que estoy aquí apoyando en la situación es porque se me hace una injusticia que cuando estás defendiendo cosas que te interesan a ti o que son importantes, que tienen que ver con la gente más vulnerable, la gente que no puede hablar, y haces algo para defenderlos, te encierran en la cárcel como estos que están ahí encerrados. Ahorita he estado en la corte y lo único que oigo es que las personas, los supuestos víctimas son los que atacaron primero. Ellos atacaron primero y los que estaban ahí apoyando a los otros se estaban defendiendo. Entonces, yo soy una persona que yo pienso que todas las causas deben de... Por eso este es un país libre, porque uno debe de decir lo que a uno le gusta, no para que lo agarren y lo encierren si no les gusta la opinión de uno o la causa de uno. Yo estoy aquí apoyando a las personas para que todo el mundo, sea sus motivos que sean, you should be able to stand up for what you believe in without being thrown in jail without a bail. I think the most messed up thing that you could do is throw someone in jail without a bail because you don't agree with their cause. So that's all I have to say. I'm here to support them. And then also it hits home because I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican, and I know people that are like, well, he's Guatemalteco. Well, it doesn't matter if he's Guatemalteco, whatever race. We're not from this country, or at least not our ancestors, and we're all going to be looked at the same. So whoever's not supporting him, you may be careful in the future. Your kids may also be in the same situation if they're defending themselves or defending a cause that they stand for. This is not right. So
what's your name?
Marla.
Marla, I'm Troy.
Hi, Troy. Nice
Thank you
to
so
meet
much. Appreciate you.
so
I have a question. One question. Do you think that the whole trial, are they being fair? Or?
They're not being fair at all. When I was sitting there, that's why I'm baffled, because I've always thought that it's fair. That was our mentality. I know that sometimes there's a few cracks here and there where they might not acknowledge everything like they should. But in this trial particular, I'm just like, every time that they need like some evidence of something, the police department's lawyer will say objection, and then the judge will say she'll agree with them. She'll say okay. She won't say overrule. She'll side with the lawyers of the supposedly Pomona PD or whoever's against the A. She doesn't let them be questioned in a depth, like go more into depth with where's the evidence, was this said. Every time they object, she sustains it. She doesn't really give enough interest, she don't give enough opportunity for the Justice Aid to really present their side.
Yeah, that seems... Yeah, that's weird.
And honestly, I've never witnessed this. I guess because I wish there would be cameras so that everyone can be a witness of that. Not just what I say, but so...
Is there any news media inside, or... No, they don't let them.
They're just people writing, taking notes. And it sucks because a lot of people are getting misinformation. They're saying that these groups are terrorists, that they're faking it, they're getting money for this.
Oh, yeah?
And clearly right now, that's what it was about.
Yeah.
He has not been receiving any money from any of his social media accounts.
Do you know if they denied the bill or still?
They weren't really talking about that.
Oh, okay.
But they were also talking about the people that he was able to help out with, like the food vendors with the materials that they got.
Yeah.
He made no profit off of that. So that was also part of what they were speaking about. He's making no income off of that. So for the people that are out there thinking that he's just trying to make money, that this is all like a terrorist group trying to weld the Hispanic community in the wrong direction, that's not true. He's actually doing good things.
Got you.
So
Okay.
that's what I took from this. So far.
Oh, no, it was all great information.
Yeah.
Hey, you can check... you can see yourself on my channel later on. So.
Oh, I will. So this is Troy.
I want all the updates.
ALCOR accountability.
Yes, ma'am.
Co-watcher, know your rights. So I'm definitely going to follow you.
Thank you. That's why, like, comment, subscribe, share.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You heard. All right, guys, so we're out here
in front of the courthouse of the Justice 8 Riverside. Gonna get updates. A lady that we spoke to already said that the judge is being biased and denying everything with the prosecution and cross-examination, you know. So I don't know, man. I'm just here for the, you know, to get the content, you know. So it's almost 4:30 here. At 4:30, Pink Rock Girl confirmed. At 4:30 is when the jury and the people are gonna be coming out from the trial in the courthouse. So hopefully we can get somebody to tell us something, you know, ask some questions, you know. That way we can get some info. So, all right, till then, see you guys.
Any more of the same or no?
Nothing really.
No. Same as usual.
It's in the news too, guys.
Would you say it's safe to say that like they really have nothing, like, or not nothing, but they? What did I write in my script? Hold on, my script.
It's true that the judge is being biased? Because that's what one lady was saying.
I don't. No, I actually would.
Like, you know, like, oh no, and this and that.
Would you say
The
it's safe?
bias thing, I actually find she's going back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's fair to me.
I don't find she's
Fair.
super leaning on one side or the other. Personally,
that's-
she gives both sides some
Yeah.
leniency and then stops both sides, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say that
Oh.
for terms of conspiracy, there's nothing, you know, there's a lot that.
This is what I wrote. I wrote
Everyone says something different, huh?
the defense team argues that there's no basis for most of these charges. And I think
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that.
There's no bail, it's denied still.
Yeah, so, well, yeah. Wow.
Oh, because they haven't even came across that, right? Like,
There you
that-
guys, I don't know if you guys could hear, but what's up, Sheep Show?
Yeah, I had to leave because I had to start writing my script, man.
Not bad. And the fact no phone there, it sucks because even as press, they would.
What's the info? What's the info? They keeping him in? No bail? Oh.
I got stuck though, so I was like, you know what?
What do you think spot? I'm gonna interview them real quick.
If they can finish through tomorrow, but they still got this.
I'm thinking another 2 days.
Yeah.
This is all the Justice 8 guys right here. What's the updates? What's the updates? We don't want them to leave, man. Tell us. I've been here all day.
Okay, who's shooting?
All of us, me, them.
Yeah, we got.
I'm on audio only.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
What's the word?
1 second here. Give like 5 seconds actually. 1 second.
Go.
We're live here.
Okay, guys, Nicholas Rosenberg here. We're on day 3 of the Justice 8 preliminary hearing. This morning and this afternoon, we had a lot of twists and turns and interesting things that came out. One of the things that struck me as very interesting is that the detective Duran, who's the lead investigating officer, said he's an expert on conspiracy. So once he said that, the DA started objecting, calls for a legal conclusion. I did a speaking objection in which I stated, Your Honor, if he's an expert, he's allowed to render an opinion which goes beyond the trier of fact. So she said overruled, but after that, we started getting some of those pieces of testimony in, if you recall that line of questioning. And I think that the defense team, all 8 lawyers, were really starting to bond. We're starting to cooperate. We're starting to delegate responsibility for particular items on cross-examination, particular items on direct. So I think the team is getting very strong.
Bye, Rico.
Another thing that was interesting today is that we got the detective to change some of his earlier statements. I had the detective saying that for John Doe 2 in his car seat, when he got out and got on his knees, it was a matter of inches. And that's the kind of testimony that we'd like to keep. We're going to be arguing that. So I don't want to give up all the strategies. Some haters have been commenting. But I will tell you that I brought it up to the judge numerous times about our opportunity to re-argue bail. So the law on that is if there's a change in circumstance with respect to the defendant, we are allowed to reopen the issue of bail. And so in this case, the court is very aware that we do intend to do so. We have litigated that issue at the arraignment, we've litigated the issue at a bail review, and now we have a chance to litigate the issue one more time. So, vamos a orar. We're hoping that we can get Alex out, and he's gonna be held to answer on various charges. But the real key is his custody status. Any co-counsel have any remarks they wanna make? Chris, Dan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So there's no bail, sir?
No bail.
Right now, it's still no bail
Okay.
for the 7 of the 8 defendants, except for Mr. Chambers' client is released on $40,000 bail. Let me pass the mic to my distinguished colleague, Dan Chambers.
Hi, Dan Chambers. I represent JAG. I'll be probably a little bit more forceful than Mr. Rosenberg. I've been sitting here 3 days. I'm trying to figure out why my client's here. We know that he didn't have any pepper spray on him. He didn't use any, but he's being charged with it. We know that there's apparently, according to this detective, 1 video, or maybe 2, that capture any actions that he took whatsoever. And this detective just admitted that it's not even clear he ever struck this person. So I guess I'm kind of angry, and I'm glad my client's not here because he's a very classy guy. This has cost him his job. He's been fired, okay? And we've been sitting here for 3 days, and I've been waiting for the aha moment, and we don't have it. And that just, I think, strikes at the core of what this case is all about. And especially, it's glaringly clear from my client that they don't even have any evidence that he struck this person. And that's the best they have against him, but we're still sitting here. So the battle's not over yet. We'll be back tomorrow. We're all going to be making our arguments to try to get some of these charges dismissed. But frankly, I'm just offended at this prosecution. At this point, I don't know why my guy is here, and it's cost him dearly. And that's all I have to say. Come back tomorrow. Let's continue the fight, and let's make this right.
Mr. Chambers, Mr. Rosenberg, what is
questions?
Detective Duran's first name? What's
I don't know. I think it's Alejandro.
Can we
They're being biased? The judge is biased? I heard that from someone.
say something before
Thank you.
questions?
Yeah. They're leaving. We got
Good evening,
questions.
Christian Contreras on behalf of Ms. Lujan. Today we heard testimony, extensive testimony of how these 8 defendants were activists. These 8 defendants were supporting vendors. And the entire reason why they were there in Pomona was to support Mr. Rodriguez, a street vendor who was being harassed by one of the alleged victims. That is how this all started. That is the genesis of all this, and that is the reason why Mr. Enamorado, Ms. Lujan, and others were in Pomona. So activism should not be criminalized. First Amendment activity should not be criminalized, and sticking up for street vendors should not be criminalized. I don't want to get into the details of our strategy in this case, but I definitely affirm what my co-counsel have said, and we look forward to a resolution in the coming days. Thank you.
Thank you.
And one more thing that came out that was interesting was the idea so we've shown a lot of videos. There's the DA videos, and then there's the defense videos. A lot of the video that I have shown has been procured by the community. So shout out to the community for giving me video that I've actually used in this case. So there's a line of video where my client is criticizing the Pomona Police Department for what they're doing, and he's basically saying that because you didn't intervene and protect street vendor Rodriguez, we have to come down here and hold John Doe 1 accountable. And I will tell you that what accountable means is not physical force. What accountability means in this context is getting bad actors fired. And we do have information, as most of the followers know, that my client's been instrumental in getting bad actors fired from their jobs. So that's what accountability means, despite the prosecutor's theory. And I do have speaking objections on that point. And I think you can see with counsel coming together, becoming more of a unified front, that we are defending these charges. We're not conceding inches, but we're trying to get yards, put points up on the board, excuse me. Nicholas Rosenberg punching back, and we'll take questions.
I have a question.
Sure.
What do you think about the detective saying that he went back as far as a year for Eden Enamorado to get to know him better and to get to know his person better? But when asked if he's about his work with other vendors, he didn't want to answer any of that. So wouldn't that encompass getting to know somebody for a year?
So the real answer is that law enforcement is engaged in the business of criminalizing. Okay, so you can call that, is it fair, is it biased, is it implicit bias? But essentially, you saw me ask questions trying to elicit, for example, the California law that protects street vendors, the Safe Vendors Act, and they fight with me on that, right? So if you're thinking, well, after 1 year, why don't they see the good work that Alex is doing? They may be seeing it, but they really don't care. So that's my answer to that, is that in this case, law enforcement has been criminalizing confrontational advocacy, and as I've said before, confrontational is not criminal.
Mr. Rosenberg, hi, I have a question real quick. Detective Durant said sometime during his testimony that they are looking into the account of another person trying to find identity. So what I'm wondering is, are police still trying to find people associated with this case?
Well, I can tell you that there's been numerous instances of detectives and law enforcement alluding to the fact the investigation is not over. So they are still looking for people. We've heard references to, quote, 2 Miranda interviews and a jail phone call. So every morning I wake up and I get a bunch of new emails from the prosecutor. I get new evidence. Again, what I've tried to focus on is telling my client's story from the community point of view, including those videos which were shot by different community members that the district attorney doesn't have access to unless I play it on behalf of Alex.
Anything else?
Okay, guys, if everybody's good, I'm good. So we'll see you tomorrow. It'll be day 4. I do expect that we're going to wrap up the evidence, and I believe we should have our bail review hearing tomorrow. It could be after lunch, but like I said, we're just praying for Alex over here.
Praying for everybody. River, Alex, everybody.
Well, I represent Alex, so that's why I'm advocating for him. The other lawyers, as I've said, we're coming together.
It's like they keep pushing it and pushing it on. That's what they do, you know?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you. The system is corrupt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Good to see you.
I know.
Good to see you, bro.
I don't know. I've never had it.
Okay. What's y'all think? Hey, that was good information. He represents Alex. He's Alex's lawyer, but I'm on River.
Richardson. And they did something interesting when they...
Say word.
Which sometimes the judges won't let happen.
Yeah, the system is corrupt, man.
Yeah, especially up
They
here.
setting them up, dude. He doesn't want to say that, but I know it.
What up, Long Beach?
Yeah.
Where's Cynthia? Whoever Cynthia is, fuck you.
What do you know? What do you guys know?
Whoever Cynthia is on a live, I don't know if it's this live or that live, but fuck you.
You have anything to say?
Yeah, to Cynthia. Whoever
No, I mean about this. No, I mean about the chat.
Cynthia, I'm like, but it wasn't me. Cynthia talking shit on one of those lives.
Well, there it is, guys. We heard it, so that's the info and that's the updates.
On the Justice 8. and Riverside and everyone. So they're gonna talk about the bail tomorrow. You know, it's ongoing still, man.
My name is Delaney from Arkansas.
Keep going, you know.
I'm here today